Thanks to the support as a channel member, Richard Myers. Oh, boys and girls, we're actually quite good. We are still unbeaten 15 games into the season. And today we have a top of the table clash against the only team with more points than us. That team being Barnsley. Luton, who had that incredible start to the season. They won like 7 or 8 games consecutively at the start of the season. Have had a little bit of a turn and have now lost 4 games. But as you can see, should we show you the big league table? As you can see, we are looking good in second place. 3 points behind Barnsley. If we beat them today, we will go top of the league. And we've got Luton coming up fairly soon as well. We play them. In fact, we'll probably do them as the second match in today's episode, unless their form drops off between now and then. But it has been a jolly nice run of form. As you can see, we've not lost a game in the league all year, and we're not even, it's not even that we've got a spectacular high scorer. I mean, Craig Wood is scoring goals for fun off of that left-hand side. Certainly having a 6'4" guy with that kind of acceleration and that kind of jumping reach coming in off that left wing, he is definitely benefiting from Cabia being here, as you can see from his 10 assists. But we're just sharing the goals around. We're just a good side. It's very nice. I'm having a lovely time. This is the team we're going to put out there against Barnsley. It's Mr. Tickle in goal. A back four of Fernandez, Atkinson, Carragher and Wayne. Smith at the base in the midfield. McKiernan and Gordon ahead of him. Wood on the left. Cabia on the right. Sadie up front. And let's just keep doing football goals. Cabia turns fullbacks inside and out. And then Wood and Sadie nod the goals in. It's so simple, but it's working so well. We just need to hope that Barnsley aren't as good as the league table suggests they are. I mean, they have lost games this season. I didn't check how many. Presumably it's just the one because they're above us in the league. Although we have drawn a lot of football matches, so they could have probably lost a couple and still end up above us because we've drawn so many. But who cares about form going into this game, other than the fact that ours is quite good? Who cares about their form going into this game? We want to go top of the league. We want to win the bleeping league. We want to get ourselves promoted to the Championship, and we want to go and spend some money and enjoy this excellent youth setup that we've got and just continue to progress. It's been such a comfortable, stress-free season so far that I assume we're about to either lose several key players to cruciate ligament injuries or go bankrupt, or something's going to go wrong, because it's all going too smoothly at the moment. And if there's one thing I know about Football Manager over the years, it's that it will never let you just have a season that runs smoothly. If it looks like we're in any danger of having an invincible season, it will throw in some player mutiny or some kind of rotten form just to make sure that you don't. I could probably count on one hand the number of invincible seasons I've had in all my years playing this game, and I don't expect to be having one this season, regardless of how good the start of the season has been. But I tell you what, Wood has been a revelation this year, as you saw from him there. He is a jolly fine footballer. He is everything that I want. He is an enormous physical beast. I'd have 11 of them in my team. 6'4" with that jumping reach, that acceleration. Yeah, they're literally the criteria for being a player for me. And he is blossoming into one of my absolute favourites. Largely, like I say, thanks to him having so much set up for him on a plate from the excellence of Cabia on the other wing. There is Cabia, plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Sadie. If he's timed that perfectly, big round of applause. He looked like he was miles offside. Presumably, yeah, he was offside. He was so far clear of the defensive line that I just refuse to believe his timing was that good that he could have stayed onside and create that much space for himself. It would have been perfection if he did. Twasn't. It remains 0-0 as we head into half time. As the draw specialists of the league, we probably take a 0-0 here. We'd like to keep our unbeaten run going. We certainly don't want to be losing against the only team above us in the league, because it allows them to stretch out that larger lead on us. Although, as we showed with Luton earlier in the year, Luton were like 6 or 7 points clear of us at one point, and they're now below us. We are relentless points accumulators. When you don't lose football matches, you're always adding some points, and other teams do lose, in my experience. So I guess just keep doing what we're doing. As you can see, we are still on that balanced mentality I talked about in the last episode. I don't really want to change it. It hurts me, but I think I've accidentally ended up on it. But then we get to this stage of the game and we tweak it. So it's almost as if it's another stage in the Kev tactical evolution. You've seen me change formations as matches go on. Well, now I'm starting matches on a balanced mentality and adjusting as we go. I'm becoming a real boy after all these years. Right, Sadie is not having a nice time. Taylor can come on for him. That's an easy substitution to make. We're also going to bring on Miley at the base of the midfield, who we spent a lot of money on and we're not really using because, yes, he's very good, but he doesn't play as a playmaker, really. His best role is as more of an enforcer, and we don't really want an enforcer in there because we're looking for so much running and physicality from these two. We want a guy there who will put his foot on the ball and take his time and pick a pass. He was probably the wrong player for the system that we're using, but we're not going to worry about it too much. What we are going to do is make 2 substitutions. We've changed our wingers. We already changed our striker. Have we got a winner in this, or is it just going to be a completely harmless 0-0? Cambridge 5-0 up of Cardiff. Cambridge are right up there, or were right up there for a little while. They were the last team to remain unbeaten alongside us. I thought for a minute they were going to beat us when we played them, but it ended up as a draw, I think. But they've obviously fallen off the pace a little bit since losing their unbeaten record, and that's the worry. If we lose ours, does it knock our confidence for a little while? Right, there's the ball from Miley. McKiernan is in, and JJ McKiernan with the 91st minute. Surely winner. No, it's disallowed. We've had the ball in the back of the net twice today, and they've both been disallowed for offside. We'll call it a good offside trap from Barnsley rather than silliness from us. A little bit of naivety maybe, but we're still unbeaten, and that's the important thing. It would have been nice to go top of the league, but as you can see, 18 match unbeaten run now, and we'll play a couple of games off camera, and then we'll be back for Luton, which is an even tougher test because that one's away from home, and they are a good side. So hopefully we can head there still unbeaten. We've got a couple of other matches to navigate first, but fingers crossed, boys and girls. Well, we've managed to keep our little long unbeaten run going. We've also managed to get ourselves knocked out of the Virtue Trophy, so double excellence, because who wants to be messing around in that? And this is what the league table looks like going into the game against Luton. We are still 3 points behind Barnsley. Luton are 5 points behind us, but have a game in hand. So for them to stay in the automatic promotion hunt, they're really going to be looking to beat us today. And we're going to have to try and beat them without Sol Gordon, who's picked up a little bit of a knock. So Miley gets a rare start. A little bit further forward than we signed him to play, but I mean, he is natural there. So maybe he'll force his way in central midfield, as he can't get past Smith in that defensive midfield position at the moment. So it's Mr. Tickle in goal, back for Fernandez, Atkinson, Carragher and Wayne. Smith at the base of the midfield, Miley and McKiernan ahead of him, Wood on the left, Cabia on the right, Sadie up front, away from home against one of the best teams in the division. And we are on the verge of going half a season unbeaten, because we started the unbeaten run tail end of last season. I think it's like 21, 22 games at this point. So we are looking very good, but it's all for nothing if we can't beat Luton. It's not all for nothing. We've established ourselves very well at the start of the season, but we'd quite like to keep it going a little bit longer, please. Smith with the corner. Now would be a nice time to find the head of Wood. In fact, he finds the head of Carragher, and it's 1-0, 3 minutes in the pouring rain. And James Carragher, who missed the last game because he was off on international duty, playing for Malta. I assume he has a Maltese relative, but 1-0 up, he's back. Now he's an international footballer. He's decided to be super fancy, but 1-0. I've just realised he's wearing the same number his dad used to. His dad used to wear 23 as well, didn't he? I'd want to distance myself if I was James Carragher, but maybe not. I mean, he's playing for Malta. I mean, international football is international football. It's more than I've done so far. I mean, who knows? I'm still a young man. I could still play internationally yet. You never know. Right, Wood back to Fernandez, and now Atkinson across to Carragher, and he plays it forward to Cabia, who dinks past his man and then runs straight into the same man. I think he was taking it back to try and beat him a second time. And Luton are in behind, and we were caught very flat there. And Mr. Tickle, unfortunately, not able to make the save. Mr. Tickle, by the way, in very scary Mr. Tickle news, he's wanted by a Saudi Arabian club. His value is currently £15 million as a League One goalkeeper, which is insane. So obviously, if we do go into January and we get a £15 million Saudi Arabian offer, obviously we take it and use it to completely rebuild the team. And we could buy a £5 million goalkeeper to replace him. We could buy the most expensive goalkeeper in League One history to replace him. But what do I do with my shirt that I've only had up for like 4 episodes? It would be very sad. Although I guess it could stay up as a tribute as the man who made it all possible, because £15 million at this stage, that's money that gets us to the Premier League. We could put together a squad good enough to go back to back with £15 million, I reckon. Is the Championship as easy as I think it is? I mean, Wigan are a decent sized club. It's obviously a team that has had Premier League history. The potential is there to get to the Premier League and stay there for a long time. But it's, at this point, been a long time since they were there. So who knows? But a £15 million sale in League One would go a long way towards allowing us to plug some of the gaps that we've still got in the squad. I still think we could probably upgrade the centre forward. Sadie has his moments, but he doesn't really suit this system, and Taylor doesn't really suit this system. I think I would very much like to get a Kev style striker in. I think we could probably improve the full-backs as well, and then get a little bit more strength in depth in defence and midfield. And more importantly, let's not lose a football match, because it's 2-1 to Luton now, and this is a disaster. We've got attacking, we're demanding more. The unbeaten run is under threat here, everybody. And not only that, but it does tighten things up a lot in this 3-horse race at the top. And there's only 2 automatic promotion spots. And obviously we don't want to have to mess around with the playoffs. We want to go up automatically. And it does leave Barnsley 6 points clear of us as well. We started the episode talking about potentially going top of the league. We're going to be well off the pace if we're not careful. Right, Taylor is not on the bench, which is not ideal. We're going to bring on O'Neill. Cabby is going to go up front. We did this in the last match. Wood is not playing well at all. So Murray's going to come on for him. And do we bring on Gordon, who's not fully fit, but Miley is not doing what we would want him to do in central midfield. I don't think central midfield is going to be his future destination. We're going to go very attacking. We probably could have thrown an extra attacker on. I mean, Costello could still come on and play up front. Mr. Tickle making the save. Costello needs to get himself ready. We're going to an extra striker in a minute. I think we probably sacrifice McKiernan and bring Costello on. Unless we score here. Gordon. Ball over the top. Cabia has got him behind, and Cabia scores. He is quick and he's very good at football. He can play out wide and up front. Maybe he's the long-term striker. I mean, the problem is he's been such a route to goal with his crosses finding Wood. But he has got this in him as well. He's a natural striker as well as a natural right winger. So he is definitely an option to play up there. And then for my... I mean, he's shattered now. So Costello's now going to come on for Cabia. And then I think we'll take off Fernandez and bring on Grian, which is a fairly regular switch for us at that. We certainly need better fullbacks. I'm not convinced by any of the fullbacks that we've got. And the fact that we're having to play Atkinson there in an important match like this one demonstrates that we could really do with some strength in depth in the fullback positions, or ideally bring in some fullbacks over the top of the ones that we've already got. But we're already pretty much maxed out on our wage budget, not just in terms of club wage budget, but FFP wage budget as well. So even if we were to sell Mr. Tickle for big money, we'd have to sell a number of other players to free up the squad spots to bring in upgraded replacements. So it's not even as simple as, oh yeah, we'll take 15 million and completely rebuild the team. What a save from Mr. Tickle. And it doesn't count for anything because we ended up conceding anyway. But that initial save really demonstrates why he's a £15 million goalkeeper. Look at this. Oh, it's the post. For goodness sake. Mr. Tickle can't make a save to save his life. Demand more. The unbeaten run is gone. That, as a double header against the two best teams in the league, has not gone the way I hoped. There you go. We've finally lost after 20 games unbeaten. I mean, the league table is still looking jolly good. We'd have taken that at the start of the season. But now we need to rebuild. Dust ourselves off and rebuild after an unpleasant couple of weeks when it comes to playing the teams around us, which we now obviously don't have to do again for a while. And we do play Luton on the penultimate game of the season at home. That could end up being an absolutely enormous match. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.